Okay, so just gonna start off with the easy stuff.
Okay.
Name, title, company you're with, and what you do for the organization. Not AAC, but your company.
Oh, okay. So,
Go
ready?
whenever you're ready. Yeah.
All right, okay.
One little hint. If you
Yes.
talk, it's much better to know, see if you don't like
Yeah, I know. Like
use
something
your hands.
defensive. Yes, like, yeah. Just like this? Good?
Yeah,
All right.
Just use your hands
No worries.
while you're speaking.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Okay.
My name is Saeed Tibet. I work for Dell Technologies. I'm chief architect within the emerging ecosystems and technologies. And what do I do for them? So I'm involved in a number of strategic activities internal to the company and collaborations and partnerships with our customers and also with organizations like the ACC.
Perfect. What first brought, so can you talk a little bit about what your company, I know that you just talked about what you do, but tell me a little bit what your company does in general, and I somehow related to the automotive, the edge computing portion of the.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Dell Technologies is a company that provides both hardware and software infrastructures, what we call the essential infrastructure, to our customers. We're moving in an era where big data challenges and related edge compute and new technologies on IoT, connected vehicles is one area, mobility in general are requiring new types of technologies. So the company is moving in that direction where we provide capabilities both at the hardware level and the software level and the management of resources to support that.
Okay. What first brought you to the AECC, and I don't know if this is a question for you or for Vish.
Maybe to
I think
Vish.
it's maybe to Vish.
Yeah,
about
save
why
that
you
to
decided
Vish.
become a member.
Yeah.
So you've kind of been involved with the AACC now for about a year? Right?
Yes.
About a
Yeah.
year?
Yep.
So,
a little bit over a year. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your involvement with AACC and what excites you the most about being a part of this organization.
Great. I think it was a timely.
I'm
Yes.
going to stop there. Can you they're not going to hear my question, so you kind of need to rephrase the question and like why I'm excited to be part of the AACC or.
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, or as a company, or.
I would say personally.
Okay.
Say, okay. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'm very excited to be part of the ACC. Why? Joining the ACC is the right thing to do when we want to solve very large, very challenging problems, such as dealing with new technologies that are required for connected autonomous vehicles, and also this era of mobility that's becoming much more complex to address in order to drive efficiency, to create much safer environments for transportation, connectivity that's a lot more efficient and of course, less costly. So I'm excited because I think we've got the right players and we're looking to obviously invite more to contribute. So whether it's technology partners, OEMs, tier ones, communications and telcos, all of those are very important, starting with use cases and then driving technology solutions, looking at the gaps, at the problems, being able to collaborate and have liaisons with other organizations, influencing standards and supporting those types of capabilities within the industry is very important. Yeah.
What inspires you most about the industry in general? So when I think about industry, I'm kind of relating it back to AACC and either the edge computing organization or the whole connected car ecosystem. So what excites you the most about it?
So I'm going to go back to a quote from our chairman, Michael Dell, in the sense where technology needs to kind of have an impact on society, right? Not the exact quote, but kind of in a way. So what excites me, what I find really interesting and motivating and kind of inspiring is that the work we're doing in IECC hopefully contributes to drive towards technology that has more impact on society. We're moving very fast with a lot of connected devices and a lot of capabilities, analytics everywhere, et cetera. This gives us kind of that opportunity to explore how can we improve the lives and be able to be more green and be able to kind of use knowledge and expertise, and particularly within mobility and communications, and of course in connected vehicles, to support that, kind of be more safer and technology driven, more software driven in some ways. But really the important thing to me is how do we positively impact society. Yeah.
Perfect. Where do you see the future of connected vehicle market going?
That's a really good question. So the future of connected vehicles, I think of it in a number of ways. So first of all, it's a reality, it's here. We have more and more connected vehicles. Truly over the next very few years, most vehicles will be communicating with each other, with other sources around them, with environments like smart cities, et cetera. And I think there are opportunities as an ecosystem. Opportunities in a lot of different areas, whether it's just for the vehicles themselves, for the infotainment for the drivers and the person that uses those vehicles, but really kind of driving it towards that capability to enable potentially new business models, to support more innovation. I think there is definitely a future there, not just in autonomous vehicles themselves, really making that part of an overall ecosystem. That's how I see it. Yeah.
What do you see as some of the new business models within the connected car ecosystem?
It's interesting. A lot of my friends have teenagers and kind of older kids that don't have a driver's license. We see that trend coming more and more where I think the vehicles are not going to be owned by individuals. They're going to have multi-usages. We're going to be a lot more flexible in how we use them. That creates new models, new ways to consume those types of services that are provided by the vehicles, but also maybe other kind of business model driven, not just by subscriptions, and we've seen those already, ride sharing as an example, and ownership sharing is another example, et cetera. But they're kind of new ways of looking at that when you bring in an ecosystem of insurance companies, financial services, dealership networks, and OEMs, tier ones, technology companies like us. When you bring them all together, you create an ecosystem with potentially new business models and services.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So as a member of AACC, what have you enjoyed the most about being a member?
So as a member of AECC, I think the interactions with a lot of different players. To me, one thing that's really important for us to be successful is to have players that come with different point of views. You have technology companies, OEMs, tier ones, we have telcos, we have other players and cloud providers, et cetera. To me, enjoying the different point of view is very important. That reinforces the validation of our use cases, the way we're looking at solutions, the way we're figuring out the gaps in terms of technology. That's been always so far enjoyable. I'm very pleased to see that we're getting our first technical report out. I'm looking forward to see how the outside world reacts to us, how we interact with them, and I'm looking forward in working with external parties as well to enable more interaction with AECC.
Just wait for this person to come up. What would you say the benefit of, and you kind of alluded to this already, but what would you say the benefit of being or joining the AEC is?
So what would you join the ACC? So whether you're an end user or a startup or a technology company or an OEM, you're joining so that you can interact with a lot of different players, you can understand use cases, you can bring your own expertise. When you are at the ACC, you have expertise from a lot of different fields. That's something that we cannot experience in any single one company, and it's driven with openness, with the ideal of driving standards and supporting them, and also to drive solutions and solve these zettabyte problem and big data problem in the connected vehicles. Yeah.
Great. And then I think the only other question, were you part of any of the working groups at all?
The initial, yes, working group 1 before working group 2 gets started.
Okay.
Some of the discussions now around security and
Okay.
privacy are very important.
Do you want to
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
And I don't know what kind of question to ask, but I do think security and privacy are.
Let me talk
big
about that
thing
because we're just starting on it.
to
Yeah.
touch upon.
Yeah.
And just me listening to the conversations is something that I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
Security and privacy is huge,
Yeah.
especially with all the breaches and all the big organizations that
Yes.
we've lost trust in when it comes to our data privacy. So if you want to talk a little
Yeah.
bit about that, I think that would be really good.
Great. Okay.
And let's hope he's not going to clang too much longer. Okay, go.
All right, I'll be quick. So security and privacy, protection of individual information, etc., are very important. So this is kind of an element that drives towards trust. When we think about autonomous driving, connected vehicles, a lot of people try to figure out how do I trust these systems to drive me safely and to keep my data secure because they're equipped with tons of sensors and they're exchanging information, etc. So we need to enable that. Within the ACC, we started that conversation. We have a group that's working on that to look at security, look at identity, to facilitate communication, since we are going to enable data to go from one place to another, communicating with different sources, etc. But from a privacy point of view, the other challenge is around integrity, is around governance and compliance. You have to comply with local regulations. Vehicles are transported and moving in a lot of different directions. It's very important. It's a really important topic for us within the ACC, and we're working on that, and we hope very soon to get some output out of this. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Did he come across okay with the clanking? Did he come across okay with the clanking in the background?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Anything else you think that should be addressed or added that you think would be beneficial?
What else?
I mean, we're going to use this on our website probably. We might use it to help in some promotional materials. Is there anything
Yeah.
you think that needs to be
Yeah, let me say something about being global. It's really important.
perfect?
Okay. So, I'm sorry. I'll be quick. So, when you're ready, we're good? Okay. So the ACC is a global organization, and we're looking to solve a global problem. When we look at it, it's participation from Asia, from Japan, from other places. From I'm looking at you.
No, you want to look at me?
Yeah, but you just switch. Nice.
Okay. Can I redo this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little thing.
Yeah. Move a little bit. He's very good. Okay, so let's stay here and just look at Melanie.
Let's do it
Okay.
again. And don't look at me.
I know, this is kind of thing.